We would love to have brought you this video from the actual site, but that's not possible. But we've been really blessed, and we're in this beautiful studio. We've been invited in by No Expense Spared Productions, and by the magic of television we're able to give you the next best thing. So what's it all about? You know, what's the video about? We just feel that we're being obedient to what God's called us to do, and we really felt what's happened over the last 2 or 3 years. We've had a whole series of pictures, we've had a series of words, we've had people coming along giving confirmation, and God's just called us to put together this 3-day event. And one of the main themes that has run through all of these words and pictures is about gates. And we really feel that the Lord's going to open up gates. He's going to open up ancient gates, gates to heaven, and His glory is going to be poured out in this country. And what's happened is we've had people come along to the church, people visiting who've come along to minister, and totally independent of each other and knowing what God's laid on our heart, they've said, wouldn't it be great if we can put together a 3-day or a 4-day event in the south of England, a small festival, which is what God had laid on our heart. And it's amazing. It's amazing what God's already done. I mean, the venue come about totally miraculously. I mean, the marquee was even more mind-blowing, the way God's brought that about. And we're just expecting more and more and more from God. So what's the vision? The vision really is just 3 days of worship, 3 days of teaching, prophetic art, drum circles, coming into God's presence. The priority is hunger. You know, we're just looking for 500 people. We've got a license for 500 people. We're looking for 500 people who are hungry to seek God and to know God's will for their lives. We want to come into His presence knowing that He responds to our hunger. We want to hear from God, and we want to respond to what God is saying to us, what He wants us to do for our lives. So what can you do, and what's the purpose of the video? The whole point of us making this video is to introduce you to what God's laid on our hearts and to help us build a community. You know, we've got a website, we've got a Facebook page that are linked, and they're interactive. There's blogs, you know, where we're going to keep sharing what God's been doing, what's the next process, you know, what's on our hearts. And we just want you to interact with that blog. We want you to give us your comments. We want you to ask questions. And you know, if you feel called to join in with something like this, and just invite the people that you know, who are going to really benefit from coming together in this kind of situation. So just get involved, comments, questions, invite people, and more importantly than anything else, just pray for this event. I mean, the whole way God's brought us to this point has been miraculous, but we've got so much more ground to cover. We've got no finances, but we've got bucket loads of faith, and we really believe that God's going to provide through you guys, basically, not through us. We was given a verse in Ezra 1 verse 6, and it's Cyrus just saying to the Israelite people, look, you're called to rebuild the temple, but it's going to be built on your sacrifices, it's going to be built on your finances, and it's going to be built on your gifts. And we really feel that God is just going to bring the right people along to provide everything that we need for this festival. So spread the word, and hopefully we'll see you there. It'd be great to see you there. God bless.